I should tell Kevin Smith just walked in here too, and I'll let you know. He's like,
good morning.
You don't
I'm
even know.
transfixed. Number one, I haven't slept. We left Ann Arbor last night and drove straight here, and so I'm cruising on zero sleep. And then when I came in, I heard you guys doing the low talk, which in radio always means somebody died, something bad happened. Yeah. So I was like, "What's going on?" And they started telling me about the tsunami, and I had no idea. Yeah. This is horrible.
Kevin, do you have a place? Do you have a place, Kevin, in like Malibu or anything?
No, but my wife's parents, Byron and Gail, they live with us. We're a multi-generational household. They bought themselves with their retirement money a little place over in Hawaii that they kind of go over to once a month. So now I got to call them after we're done here.
Kevin,
they're not there right now, are they?
No, thankfully they're in Los Angeles watching our kid.
Do you get the feeling, Kevin,
our irresponsibility might have saved their lives?
That's right.
This all could be an elaborate plot to promote Battle LA, which opens today.
That's true. And what a genius exploit that would be. Yeah, that would make me want to see it a little more. Like, this could happen.
So what happened, Kevin, just so you know,
yes, please.
You've been driving all night. You didn't know anything about this. It was an 8.9 magnitude earthquake that hit Japan. It's devastating. You won't even believe when you see the footage of what's going on in Japan. This tsunami it just wiped out the cities like a movie. I mean, it just moved through, and you could see buildings on fire.
The entire
it's in the northeastern part of Japan, and near Tokyo is where it was. They believe it was centered not in Japan, but in the ocean. But it struck hard enough that they said it shook the buildings for a full 5-6 minutes.
That's a long earthquake. I've been to California. I've had 20 seconds.
I've been in a 5-second one in which you feel like, oh my God, the earth is cracked open and the Lord is here and we're all going to pay. and it's only 5 seconds, but it feels like, because you're not used to it. There's no common feeling. There's nothing like, oh, I've had this before. Even when you live there, if you hit a tremor, next time it happens, you're still unfamiliar. You have no kind of sense of data to deal with it. And it feels weird to feel the earth like as under your feet.
Right.
Feel the sky tumbling down. We're making jokes and people, oh my God, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
What is there a death toll?
Last time I checked, it was 60, but it's going to be way higher than that. I mean, they're still trying to organize rescue efforts over there because it's just so massive.
I mean, I can tell you that ships in Pearl Harbor are staying in port. And keep in mind, right now in Kauai, that's where the tsunami is now hitting. It's hitting Kauai, Hawaii, and it's 3:30 in the morning there. And they've moved people, to higher elevations. But I mean, all the resorts are right there on the water, and that's how they make their money, being right on the water. So it's gonna be very interesting. But Kevin, I mean, out here, I'm out in LA right now. And
how's the weather, man?
It's fine. It's real calm. I mean, it's still pitch black outside because it's 5:30 in the morning.
But they're not saying that we're due for any of that, are they?
Oh yeah, there's you might want to call your buddies, Kev, because there's a warning up and down the coast.
I haven't even gotten to sleep yet. There's too much data to process. I got to call home now.
Dude, if you got anybody who lives in Santa Monica is under alert right now, man. I live in Manhattan
really? Right
Beach.
on the shore?
I live right on the shore.
On the air.
Yeah, really. Like, Ben, wake up.
Yeah.
Get out of bed. There's just he's like, I know. I have CNN.
I know, exactly. When I woke up, and that was 3:45, it was just breaking news. I mean, so
unbelievable. So
how much what are they saying? How big, like 3 feet waves, 6 feet waves?
That's what I heard. Is that what they're telling you, Carlos?
Yeah, they're saying 6-foot waves are expected in Hawaii. And I mean, everyone right now in LA is looking at Hawaii because it's kind of like, it's like we're, that game of tag where you're like poised to run, and you're in that like running position while looking at the TV. That's what we're kind of doing right now. We're all like looking at this saying, should we take off for Vegas? Is San Andreas fault going to be
something you never see in those disaster movies, man, where like the earth's falling apart and John, what's his name?
John,
help me out, John. Holding up the boom box.
Oh, John Cusack, yes.
John Cusack's trying to save his family. You never see the scene where a bunch of dudes are like, we'd be safe if we just went to Vegas. Let's go surround ourselves with gambling and horrors, and then we'll wait this tsunami thing out. You're absolutely right. Like, I'm in panic mode, but I'm just like, let's just go inland.
Kevin Smith, do you know Charlie Sheen?
I met Charlie Sheen only once. I don't know him at all. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, we were trying to get him to play Agent Will and Holly. So he was on Spin City at the time. We went over to drop off the script, and I had like a 3-minute conversation with him. That's it, though.
Huh?
Yeah, he wasn't the warlock with tiger blood at that point. Yeah, wow, man. So the only gun he had was a young gun kind of thing?
Yeah.
That was it. He just had something from a movie, and they were just like, this is it. Charlie Sheen's batting down the hatch. He's going to take on Los Angeles. Battle L.A. And he's literally having burgers and showing off a young gun pistola.
He's going to take over L.A., but he's going to have to take 15 paces before he does.
You know, it's strange, man. It's like that KTLA, they rarely send that copter up into the air.
Yeah.
They sent it up for this?
Yeah.
To shoot Charlie Sheen?
Because come on,
barbecuing?
dude, you know everyone in LA is on Sheen alert that
It
we're going
is.
to wake up one morning and like Charlie Sheen died last night. You know,
I doubt it's that, though. I think it seems like he's just getting more and more powerful. I don't think he's gonna die unless he truly implodes from all that tiger.
It might happen.
let's see here. John Cryer admits that he is a troll on Conan last night. That was hilarious. By the way,
What did he say? What did he say?
Do you have that audio?
The fact is, I am a troll. It's not something I like to talk about. You have no idea how much time and money I've spent on electrolysis and hair dye and reconstructive surgery so that I can look like this instead of this.
Great video. So yeah, you got to see that online. It's hilarious. And finally, Richard Grieco has thrown his name into the hat, saying that he'll take over for Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. To me, that's the wisest choice. Why not
The
go on
21
Richard
Jump
Grieco?
Street guy?
Well, he took over for Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and what's Johnny
Essentially,
Depp done
he's like,
since?
It's my
all
time
right?
again.
Yep.
Wow.
Seriously, you know,
I'm going to throw
Grieco.
my hat in. Why not? That's like
Kevin
3.5 men with many chairs.
Bro, I saw you at CNN when you did Pierce Morgan. You've lost the weight. I love that about you.
Thank
lost
you,
60
sir.
pounds.
Yeah, now I'm down 70 at this point.
70
Good.
pounds.
Look really good in here.
Thanks. Thank
See?
you,
Yeah,
sir.
you got it.
Keep him away from Steak and Shake, all right? We don't have Steak and
You
Shake
ever
out
had
here in
Steak
LA.
and Shake?
I'm not gonna. No, I never have,
Good.
and I've only passed them. And whenever I drive past them, somebody that knows them, I'm like, explain the
Steak and
concept.
Shake, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it's a really simple concept. Dude.
Steak, shake.
I was like, oh, is that it? They're like, pretty much.
Well, in and out is same burger,
Yeah,
shake,
there it is.
French fry,
Yeah, and fast.
and fast. Okay, all right. Let's see. Matt is on the phone. Hi, Matt.
Hey,
What's going on? You're on with Kevin Smith.
Kevin, you playing here in town this weekend or something?
I am. I'm actually playing here tonight.
Yeah, Clewes Hall.
Clewes Hall, which is where the university.
Yeah, it's Butler University here in
Butler
town.
University.
Butler Bulldogs. Hey-oh.
Is that what I should say when I get on stage?
Go Dogs, yeah.
Probably
dogs and
not.
whatnot.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
go
not
Dogs.
not everybody.
Probably not AO.
Yeah, people are like, what's that?
I know.
I was like, that's Johnny
I
Carson.
thought Kevin Smith was cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm
Hey,
pulling
what are you
stuff from the
saying?
70s, man. Hey, sit on it,
I'm
kids.
older. I guess not everybody's going to
Kevin
be.
Smith has been replaced by Donnie Most for the year.
I am a total Ralph Mouth.
So he'll be, at Clowes Memorial Hall tonight.
Yeah, it's tonight. What is it, 7 or 8 o'clock? It changes from place to place. I think it might be 8 o'clock, but we're showing Red State, and then afterwards there's a Q&A, so we'll sit around and talk about it. It's fun. It's a weird little movie. I don't like to say too much about it. I say it's a horror movie, but God, most people that see it go, no, it's not. And, they say it's this, it's this, it's this. It's a couple different movies jammed into one. It's kind of like a cinematic mashup, if you will. And then afterwards we sit around and BS about it. It's a lot of fun. So that'll be going on tonight, and you can come out and see me if you're right around here.
What's the most asked question when you do the Q&A?
Let me see. And this time around, I mean, it changes from Q&A tour to Q&A tour. But this time around, I think it's people talk about. My wife's in the movie. She's not an actress, but she's in the flick, and she has a real small part. But at one point, something grave happens to her, without spoiling too much. And so people in the audience know that that's my wife, and they tend to ask the question of, like, how could you do that? And I was like, well, to me, it's just a way to win every argument. The ultimate exclamation mark at the end of every argument, I didn't win or something like that. They've been asking about her quite a bit.
And what's your experiences driving around? I mean, doing all these traveling and seeing the
It's
nation.
Good. It's, basically last year after I got booted off the plane, I started bussing around the country to get to gigs. And
you couldn't get on a plane.
Yeah, I was like, I had such a bad breakup with the sky. I said, I'll roam the earth instead. And I didn't want to drive, and so I looked into renting a bus, and it's possible. This is so weird, man. You can rent anything in this life. Had no idea. Like, we rented Radio City Music Hall for the Red State premiere.
Wow.
I rented the bus. Like, you know, you just make a phone call and find out. And I called up this one bus place, and I was like, hey, man, is it possible to rent a tour bus? And they're like, that's what we do here. How many people in your band? And I said, just one. And the dude was all quiet for a long beat, and then he goes, is this the Too Fat to Fly guy? Yes, it is. So I started, it was last year this time, because about last year, February, was when the Southwest thing happened. So last year, March, I had a bunch of college gigs, or not, they weren't even college gigs anymore. Now I'm in just regular theaters, and I had one in Austin and one in Houston. So instead of flying, I was like, I'll rent the bus. And I loved it so much, I looked into buying one, and now I own a bus as well. And being on the road has been incredibly productive. Like, I went out by myself, and alone on the bus, it felt so stupid, because I was like, there's one guy here. This big bus, I feel like it's
just me and my bus.
Totally, you know. Just, I mean, that's nobody could say I couldn't fit in that seat, but still, it was lonely on the bus. And I at that point, I decided, like, we do all these podcasts at smodcast.com. I started saying, like, well, let's take them out on the road. So, like, me and Scott Mosier decided to kind of go out and tour the show, and it created this whole separate business and created a live version of the show, which led to me opening a little theater in Los Angeles so we could do it every week, so I didn't have to be on the road. And now it's become like a network, and it's all because of that bus, all because of the driving around the country. So I love it. I dig getting on the bus. And
kind of neat.
Oh,
I'd love to do it too. I'm a camper guy. I got a travel trailer in my driveway. I love camping. I love taking around the Midwest and going. Just loving being out there.
Especially in the back of the bus, you got the nice little staterooms, bed, and the bathroom. So if you close the door, it's got these huge picture windows. So eventually, you're driving through picturesque kind of country. You open it up, and you look and see snow-covered mountains. You see, like, gorgeous lake. You see stuff that normally you see in paintings at old people's houses. And it exists in the real world. You're like, oh, this is pretty.
Yeah. If you want to follow Kevin Smith, it's what is the...
That Kevin Smith.
At that Kevin Smith. Follow Kevin Smith. Like you need any more followers.
I'll take him. I'll join us. Join the 1.7 million.
Charlie Sheen has Tiger Blood. What do you have?
I have nothing. I don't have anything like that. He's on fire. He opened a Twitter account. He's got more than me now.
How many does he have?
Oh, he jumped like in 2 days.
He's over 2 million.
Yeah, it was fast, very fast.
I have over 5,000.
There you go. You got to stand on the top of a building swinging a machete. That'll get you a few more.
Kevin Smith, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. The only radio show he's done on this tour, so we appreciate you stopping by.
I haven't gone into anything else. I've never been in town in time, and this one I was like, I'm going to stay awake from it.
I know you've been driving all night, so thank you. Go home, get some sleep.
I'm going to.
Tonight is the night. We are lucky to see Kevin Smith tonight and be at Clowes Hall. It's not very many cities he's going to, just a handful. See Red State at Clowes Hall. And this is the Smiley Morning Show on 99.5 WZPL.
I came to dance, 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 dance. I hit the floor cause that's my plans. I'm wearing all my favorite brands. Give me some space for both my hands.
The Smiley Morning Show.